simple principles for using money. Because it's not just whether you have money or whether you value money and want money, but it's how you use money that has the biggest impact on your personal happiness. So, first rule, buy experience. Buy experience over material. I'll give you kind of an absurdist example. If you have $150, you could either spend it on parachuting or on a pair of shoes. You'll love those pair of shoes for about a week. In fact, let me just point this out. You're wearing that pair of shoes right now. You've already done that. But when you put on those shoes to come out here tonight, you probably did not say to yourself, wow, amazing. What a jolt of happiness I get from these guys. But you likely did on the day you bought them, felt a little bit of spring in your step. It's because we adapt to things so quickly, but one of the things we cannot adapt to is memory of experience. We can reach back into the past and continue mining experience for pleasure. This is why we can look at our photo albums of our wedding day or our family vacation and call to the fore an actual visceral emotional experience of happiness that is the same right now in the moment as I experienced it back then. But it's very difficult to do this with material belongings. I'm going to show you again a little bit of data from people at every different income category, the percent of people in those income categories reporting whether material purchases make them happy or whether experiential purchases make them happy. You can see at the lower income levels, both experiential and material purchases are about the same. The trip to Cleveland is about the same as the new refrigerator. But somewhere in the middle class, the trip to Hawaii is a whole lot better than the washer and dryer. And at what I would consider a very good, far higher than the national average salary, you find a marked shift where experiences really, really pan out. So if you are interested in more happiness and you want to wield your money in a way that will get you there, that's number one, buy experiences. Number two, help others. People are hardwired to be social and, more importantly, to be pro-social. Maybe there are some people in the audience that think that people are basically selfish or that we're basically bad or basically mean to one another. But a lot of data pans out that really we're willing to lend a hand, that we can bond together in times of hardship. So we took this exact same world sample, the 144,000 people from 144 countries, and we asked them, when you spend money on others, how do you feel? And we coded it in terms of greens and reds. Anywhere where you see red on the world map, they are not deriving benefit. Anywhere where you see green, spending money on other people is paying happiness dividends. The lighter the green, the better. So you're seeing basically a huge swath of the earth is you know, you spend money on another person and you're the one that gets to be happy as a result of it. I think that's quite a nice message. Sure, I don't know what's happening in the Central African Republic or Tunisia, Mauritania, you know, a few of those, Mozambique, Venezuela. A few places it doesn't seem to be going all that well, but in the vast majority of places, spending money on others will pay you back. So that's number two. Pay now and consume later. This is something that everyone in this room knows, but everyone who's under 30 does not. Consume now and pay later is increasingly the ethos. First credit card was invented in 1949, and boy, has that changed things, right? I mean, the idea that we can get whatever we want right now and that it's so immediately consumable. I don't mean to pick on any particular product or anything, but if I want a book, I have a device that will get it to me instantly. If I want a movie, I have a device that will get it to me instantly. And I have a card already input into those devices where I never even see the transaction. But there is something about anticipation that is really, really good for our happiness. And when you remove anticipation from the equation, you're removing a whole part of the happiness process. So I'm going to show you what I think is really wild data about a vacation, a one-week vacation. This is average ratings of vacation. You'll see on the bottom, it'll say B1, B2, D1, D2, D3, and you'll say, what is that? I'll just tell you now so you don't have to say, what is that? B1 and B2 are before the vacation. D1 is day 1 of the vacation. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, up through day 8 of the vacation. And then you'll see A1, A2. That's after the vacation. So you'll see a couple days before, the actual experience of the vacation, and the time after the vacation. And these are ratings of actual enjoyment. The happiest the people were on their vacation was not on their vacation. It was before their vacation, looking forward to going on their vacation. That anticipation really, really is got a certain luster to it. And then, B2, then you go on vacation, it's still quite high, and then the second day of vacation, suddenly there's this precipitous drop-off. I know you know exactly what it is. One person in the couple is saying, come on, let's go to the beach, and the other person is on their BlackBerry or their email saying, there's just one last thing I have to do for work, and then I promise you we'll go out there. That's day 2. Day 3, you actually finally put the email away and start enjoying your vacation. Day 6, oh no, we got to go back. I had forgotten all about work. I'd forgotten all about home, but we've got to go back. But then look what happens at A1, A2. The memory of the vacation is actually better than the actual vacation. The least important thing you do on your vacation is vacate. It's the anticipation and the memory that get inflated. But when you rob people of the anticipation, and the wonderful thing is you all are the storeholders of this particular piece of knowledge, because everyone in this room, by virtue of age alone, if you're older than 30, you are forced to save up for something that you wanted at some point in your life. And that's wonderful. That actually made you happier. And I think that's a lesson that can sometimes be lost. So that's number 3. Pay now, consume later, and not the other way around. To close, I would like to tell you a very quick story